Hello everybody, it's your boy ThePunkOtakuScribe. In the middle of recording a couple of videos, I heard some news that piqued my interest and I had to come on here and talk about it because it's news that a few years ago, if you had told me about it, I probably would have been ecstatic, but I'm not that ecstatic to hear about it. Apparently, the MCU is considering rejoining the original Avengers together for an Avengers movie, and I think that's a terrible idea. Now, it's not confirmed or anything yet. They're not committed to the idea, but they are considering it. And apparently, it stems from the fact that Phase 4 has just not been as successful as other phases. People have just not been very receptive to it. And it's this reasoning that I think it's a bad idea to do this. Now, I'm not a hater of Phase 4 or anything. There are things in it that I liked more than I disliked. But even the stuff that I did like, I can admit has not been as good as previous Marvel projects. Phase 4 as a whole is lackluster at best and a disappointment at worst. So this Hail Mary attempt to bring back the original Avengers is going to just blow up in everybody's faces. Marvel, the original Avengers team is not what made the original MCU so great. That cast is phenomenal, but they weren't what made the MCU. Tight narration, heart, and character made the original MCU. And the fact that the cast was so great was just a bonus. But your strategy here is, oh, well, let's bring back the old team, and that'll bring love and adoration back to the MCU. With the way you've been writing lately, that's not going to work. You can't just throw things at the wall and expect people to be receptive to it. That's the early DCU approach, and that didn't work out that well either. It's, this is just a testament to the quality of Marvel right now. Phases 1 through 3 were so tight and cohesive, but Phase 4, you don't know what the hell you're doing. It's confusing, it's scattered, it's all over the place. And the fact that you're even considering bring back the original team because of your recent failures is just a testament to the fact that you've just lost your way. Now, I'm fairly certain I'm not the only one that shares that sentiment. As I mentioned a little bit earlier in the video, there are people that find that MCU Phase 4 is just an overall disappointment. I know people personally that just hate it. I'm actually generous on it. From what I understand, I may even be alone in how much I do appreciate Phase 4, even acknowledging how lackluster it's been. It really saddens me to see the state that Marvel is in now. Back in the early MCU days, every trailer that dropped gave me chills. I got so excited for everything. The Infinity War and Endgame era was so huge for me, as it was for a lot of us fans. And seeing where they've gone now is just disheartening. It's saddening. And I was hoping that after Phase 4, they could find their way back. But if they're considering doing something like this, something that's just a nonsensical move that has no strategy behind it, I don't see a way back for them. We'll see how the Marvels turns out. I'm not excited or not excited either way. I'm just waiting for it. I'm going to reserve judgment this time. Usually with Marvel, I'll admit it, man, I was close to being a Marvel MCU shill almost. I loved everything that they were doing, and as time has gone on, they've sort of stripped away my faith and adoration for them, especially with things like Quantumania. Quantumania really disappointed me horribly, and this right here, this whole talk of bringing back the original team, it just exasperates me even more. So, the Marvels, I could take it or leave it. I'm gonna go see it, but I could take it or leave it, honestly. But I'm gonna go in with a neutral mindset. I'm not gonna go in ready to hate it. I'm not gonna go in ready to love it either. That's how I typically go into a Marvel movie. Is I go in ready to love it, and more often than not, I do come out loving it. But with the Marvels, I don't know. I don't know how to feel about it. But I guess we'll see. And I really think that the quality of the Marvels is going to show whether the writing is on the wall or not of what's going to happen to the MCU in the coming future. Strap in. Only time is going to tell if they're really going to go through with this, but I really hope they don't. Do not bring back the original team. I've been the PunkOtakuScribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Now, if you'll excuse me, I gotta go watch the new Invincible to remind myself that there's still good superhero content out there. Man,